Well, hi guys. Let me get on my live here on YouTube. Well, we're on YouTube and Instagram tonight. Oh, there goes Instagram. People are up. That's awfully nice. No, I enjoy doing this, and I'm just so grateful that I have something I think is important to do. And it's you guys there that do this, and you tell me, how it helps you. And so I'll keep doing this. If nobody gets help for anything, I'll try to figure out something else to do. That's what we should be doing, is to not please ourselves. I mean, it's please ourselves, but you'll be surprised that what pleasing yourself is helping other people, I think. I mean, that's the most selfish thing I think you could do in the world, because that grows your heart. And that heart's over here, isn't it? and that's why I'll do this forever. I can grow with that. And I have something to get better at. So as you get age, you can't get better at even being smart or being stronger or faster or any of those things. But you could get better at loving. You can love harder. You can love better. Why don't we do that? Is there a course for that? Well, I think it's just helping other people. And that also, at least to me, for my kind of personality, I'll get in some rabbit hole if I don't have anything I think is important to do. I start worrying about myself and how unfair the world is. And it's true. The world is unfair. But it's hard to change the world, but you could change you, and that changes the people around you. So let me go over a bunch of grants that I found, for today. This is today's grants, February 27th. And by the way, in 2 days, on the 29th is the deadline for our 25 free laptop computers we give out the end of every month. So the 30th of every month, but there's no 30th of the month this year, right? I mean, this month. So we're going to do it on the 29th. And all you have to do is say, I need a new laptop computer because, and we're giving out 25, and it'll be over on midnight the 29th. But then the next grant after that is $40,000 that we give, and it's only to members of Let's Go Help, and that's $20 if you want to belong, but we give $40,000 on the 4th of the month. Every month we give that. So every month we've been giving out like $75,000. And that's just, I just can't believe I'm doing that. I mean, that's a lot of money to me. In Washington, that's, chump change, just quarters you left in your pocket, like the people in Washington here. But it's real money, and we're able to give $500,000 to members who really need it. And that's what I think money is for, is to make somebody else's life a little better, or eliminate some pain and things like that. That's what we're all here to do, I think, but that's bias, and that's an old man talking. I didn't speak like that, I'm sure, at 30 or 40. So don't trust me. We all got to struggle through this life ourselves, and certainly with the help of others. And if we think about it, and people enjoy helping other people, and that's, I don't know, if that works in capitalism very well. The more I think about capitalism, the more is how much you can get from somebody else, not how much you can give to somebody else. So, loving and capitalism may be opposite ends of the spectrum, but there's room for everybody, right? And so let's try to make money helping other people, then we can pay our own way in life. And that's why the extra money we get, we give back to you. We give back to members, as long as we're paying ourselves, then let's give it back, okay? It's what capitalism is helping us. Well, I guess, but they want to only do it for money. That's the issue. And you're right, because people won't give you money unless it's a value. That's why I like capitalism. If people didn't pay for what I was doing, then I should think of something else, because then I'm just pleasing myself only. But if you give to other people and make money at it, man, and that's terrific. How to become a member? letsgohelp.com if you're interested. And with that, you get unlimited personal help to apply for every grant we have. Not we have, but the government has. We're really not here to give our money out as grant. That's just a bonus, and it's not part of our mission. Our mission is to teach people about government programs to do anything you want in life. I mean, there are government programs to do anything, all the main things in life. And we have reports that will give you for every state that shows you 500 programs just in your state for all the important parts of your life, with education or training or bills and debt or housing or healthcare or legal or getting a job or job training, all those things. So it's by category. You look at when you have a problem, you look at that, okay, these are the places I start. Okay, let me show you some new stuff that I find every day. I research this stuff every day and try to show you a highlight. Now, the websites I'm going to talk about now, I'm going to put a report, all the links in the bottom of the video on both YouTube and Instagram. I'm going to put it in the bottom of the report, and I think on Instagram it's a chat. I've been able to do it the last couple of times, so I should be able to do it again. And on YouTube, I'll put it in the description below. Love your neighbors. Yeah, how far will that go? As you love yourself. Yes. And that's important that you see the links, but they may not be for you, because most of the good stuff is local. But what we're trying to do is encourage people to look locally what's there. Okay, and we can't run around, and it's hard for us to find out what is in your. We'll show you how to do it and where it is, because it's a process. And I've been doing this for 50 years, or 48, tell you the truth, or maybe it's 49 now. And the usual suspects have it. We don't know exactly what they have, but we show you who has it, and that's the key. But I want to show you the kinds of things they should have, because if one office has it somewhere, then another city probably has it. So it's going to be different everywhere. So you got to find out what's available where you live. Okay, here's some things. Here's a grant. It's a reopening of the homeowners. It's a homeowners fund that Biden came out with, or actually Obama came out with a long time ago. No, actually Trump, right? One of those guys. It's been around for years, but there's a lot of money still left in that program from COVID, and some of them stopped, like Pennsylvania stopped, but now it's back. So in other words, if you went to there yesterday and say, hey, do you have money to help me pay back mortgage rents? They say no. But today they say yes. And that's what you have to. Actually, it opens in March. So you want to be first in line, because these programs are limited in funds. So if you're not there in first in line, they may run out of money before you get there. So you want to get there. And that's up to $15,000. Actually, that's the average. So you can get more than $15,000. But the average is $15,000. And they got enough, I forget, it's for like 30,000 more, people could get that stuff. Now that's in one state. Now to find out another states for you, you want to go to ncsha.org. ncsha.org. That's the National Association of Housing Finance Agencies, okay? And that's what you want to start. Your State Office of Housing Finance. And they have a map of the United States in every state office that shows you where those offices are in every state. So you go to that map, you pick up your state, and then contact them for a similar kind of program, okay? And if they have any. Then if they don't, then you have to go search for more. And the way you do that is go to findhelp.org, and you put in mortgage or housing and find out. You'll find 200-300 companies maybe, or nonprofits. There won't be companies. There'll be nonprofit or government office that help you pay your mortgage, okay? Or help you without paying your mortgage, all kinds of things for housing. So there's just so much local help, but they don't advertise in Google, so you never find them. Okay, so that's there. Now, there's a new program for restaurants. I mean, they're still trying to get, so many restaurants went out of business from COVID. So what the government's trying to do around the country now is give money to these restaurants who couldn't make it because of COVID. $100,000 to help you reopen your restaurant. Man, I think that's pretty good. Who would have thought? Okay, and this application begins on February 27th. Hey, that's today. It just started today. So it'll be around for about a month, to apply. But the sooner you're there, the better your chances are of getting the money. $100,000 for a restaurant because you lost money during COVID. I think every restaurant lost money during COVID. Okay, here's something interesting. We have a lot of undocumented people that are in the country now. I forget, it's like 10 million or something like that. And they're children, okay? Now the children, if they're born here, they're legal, okay? That's not a problem. But even if you're not legal, or whatever they call it, you can't, and your parents are, your parents are, what are they called? Your parents are undocumented. You still could get $6,000 for grants. So if you're the child of undocumented undocumented people here, that you can still get money. And that's a loophole in the Pell Grant, filling out that FAFSA form or whatever that is, what I mean? I forget all these things. Mine's not as sharp as it used to be. But I'm having more fun because I don't care. And so that's available. See, that's what you have to find out. Whatever you believe about a program, it could be right, could be wrong. And it'll probably be both. Some programs are that way, some are not programs. So when you believe somebody says, they say all programs have this because they applied to one program and it had that, like, you can't be over 6 feet tall or whatever. So they say, no, I couldn't get that because I wasn't over 6 feet tall. All programs, you have to be over 6 feet tall. No, it's as stupid as that. Anything somebody says, because every program has different requirements. So you can't say that about all programs. So forget it. Okay, here's an interesting going on is that there's an insurance company, USAA. That's the one I belong because I'm ex-Navy, and that's for military people and things like that. So I go on their mailing list, and I thought it was interesting. I want to share with you what they're doing because of the potential government lockdown they're going to have. Shutdown, lockdown. You won't be able to go to work. What they're doing is lending money at 0% interest. Okay. So they're not going to make any money on the money they lend you, okay? They just take the risk that you may not pay it back. And that's what that is. It's $6,000. And so this is a $6,000, 0% interest loan if you've been affected by the coming shutdown. And I think, what is it, at the end of this week, if they don't make a deal, then a half a dozen agencies will be shut down. By the end of next week, everything will be shut down. So they usually, at the last minute, these people make a deal. It's just crazy. They know it's coming for years. Who knows? I don't know how these people keep their jobs. That's all I know. Okay, you know how they keep their jobs? Because they help you. See, all these congressmen and senators, what they do, the way they make their living, see, they get voted. The government pays them because you voted for them. So in effect, you control their paycheck. So what they do, most of their staff helps people, that vote for them, even if they don't vote for them. They live in their jurisdiction, then they have a possibility. So if you use a government official and to help you get a grant or something like that, and you get $20,000 to do something, well, you're going to vote for that person no matter what they do. And that's how they stay in business forever. I mean, the re-election rate is like 99%, or it's in the 90s, whatever it is. It's just crazy. Once you get in there, that's why they never leave, man. They just helping people get money, and they stay there. NCSHA.org. That's right. Pathful, boy, good memory, although she wrote it earlier. So that, I forget what I was doing with that, 0% interest loans. Okay, we talked about get cash in your pocket. Okay, what the Biden's doing this year, they're going to give out $70 billion to businesses. Okay, now most of these are going to be businesses, so they're going to be bigger businesses, probably not the average person. You know, it's for electric vehicles and chip manufacturing and everything, but $70 billion. That's a lot, but that's money in your pocket too. Why? Because these organizations, the businesses or whatever, that get this money to build new factories have to have employees. And these employees, nobody's trained to do these jobs anymore. We're not trained to do. Sure, it's easy to train somebody in the steel business. You just have to carry heavy shit around or whatever it is. But these are all like almost IT related and technology oriented. So you got to be trained to do this stuff. So all this $70 billion comes with training money for them to train you to get a good paying job. I mean, these jobs will start $50,000, $70,000 and go up to $100,000 or more with just a high school diploma. I mean, to me, it's so much money, you know, $70 billion, you know, that really is going in the pockets of the average person. You know, sure, the owners are going to make a killing, but you're going to get a good job, you know, and that's what I can't wait to start. I'm drowning in credit card debt. Okay, well, you should, because what you can do right now, if you have trouble with credit card debt, is go to HUD.gov, okay, and then put /counseling, and you make an appointment with a free financial counselor. And that's what you want to do, because they're there to help you solve that debt problem, work with your creditors, get the amount you owe down, all these kind of things, to get the worry out of your back of your head, because you know you don't sleep at night, you know, and you know that you're carrying that anxiety around, you know, it hurts your heart, your blood vessels and everything. So you got to get rid of that to stay healthy. And so the way you do that is find help. Okay, just like a doctor, but a doctor's not going to help you with your bills. He'll help you with your headache, but if you don't get rid of your headache, you got the headache because you have the bills, you know, or the heartburn or whatever it is. So you got to get rid of your bills to get healthy. So when you do that, you don't go to a doctor, you can go to HUD.gov/counseling and make an appointment. Don't try to do it on the internet. Try to make an appointment. And that's what it's for. One-on-one help, and that's the real help in life. If you're not getting on the phone and making appointments to talk to people, you won't get your problem solved. Well, you're going to have a lot less chance of getting it solved. I mean, people do, I'm sure. Okay, so we have the $70 billion that Biden's giving. Now, all the programs I'm talking about here, I'm going to put in the description below. So don't worry. I mean, you want to write it down now because it may take me a few hours. And if I get real tired at the end of this, I may have to go right to bed and do it in the morning. It's late and I had a big day. But it'll be there for you to get these links. I don't want to keep anything like it's a mystery and I got a secret. I ain't got no secrets. It's an open source business, an open source society, supposedly anyway. And anybody could get this stuff. I'm surprised. And I didn't know that before I started getting it. I thought, geez, a schmuck like me from Wilkesboro, Pennsylvania could do this. Anybody could do it. I flunked English at college. I don't know all this stuff. Get cash in your pocket. Okay, $500,000 to create a new business idea. What they're trying to do with this money, and this is, you have to apply by March 23rd. They're trying to get businesses or people who want to start a business that have an idea to do something. You know, you have a way to make money, and yeah, this is a good idea. They give you money for that idea because they, you know, why do they do that? I mean, they're not going to be investors, but you're going to be good for the community. With that idea, you'll create jobs. You'll make a job for yourself. This is what all this thing is about. You know, they don't give money for you to start a business because they just like to see you grow. No, they like to see their community grow. And if you could help the community grow by starting a business and employ things, then that's a way to get money, you know, to do that, you know. And every city, county, The state does that in this country. And that's where all the fat cats use the hell out of it. A small guy like you or I, we don't know about it, so we don't use it. And that's what I'm trying to solve. Okay, undocumented, we talked about that. Government grants to give you a step-by-step help to start a home-based business on the internet. Now, this is another reason. Why are they doing that? These are mentors and professional consultants that the government hires to help you for free for any problem you have in starting and growing a business on the internet. Now, what do you think of that? I mean, how would you look for that? No, you'd go to Google and try to find that, and you'll get people going to sell you 500, 5,000, 50,000, to do that. This is free because it's paid for by tax dollars. So that means we all have access to it. It's our money that they're doing with. That's right. 2 years to make sure you grow that business, okay? And actually what they're trying to focus on too is people in small towns and rural areas, to bring income. Because that's it. You got a computer, you can bring income to you. I could do what I do anywhere in the world. Sitting in a tree somewhere. It would be uncomfortable, but I could bring in money like that and support myself. Okay, and also here, there is an interesting story. Out in California, they had a fair, and for workers. And what they showed you, and they had booths for all these people, 30 organizations. And I think this is true in an average county. It would vary. There may be 20, there may be 50, 60. And these are 30 offices that provide free money and help for things like housing, food, health care, unemployment, legal, tax preparation, and more. There was 30 different ones, okay? Now, there's not a government agency that does all that. What the government does is give money to nonprofit organizations to do that. That way they don't have to worry about hiring people or whatever, anything. So they give money for nonprofit organizations that do it. That's why when you're looking for help, you're not only looking for government offices, you're looking for nonprofit organizations. So that's what's important. And that's why the only the websites that you want to help with are those that end in ORG, which is a nonprofit, or GOV, which is a government office. If they're a .com like we are, we got to get money for them to stay in business. They don't. They give money. They don't need money from you because they want to give you money. That'd be great. Well, here, I'll give you money so you give half back. No, that's stupid. And none of them charge. If people say, well, you got to give me $200 to apply for this grant, that's not a legit grant. They don't charge. Government grants, nonprofit. I mean, you could find one program maybe that does that, but no, if they're doing that, just stay away. There's too many people scamming people on the internet. You got to be very careful, and you got to stay away from that, okay? And you're just going to get zapped, And don't forget to apply. We have 2 more days to the 29th to apply for the free laptop computers. And then on the 4th of next month, March, we give out $40,000 to spend on anything. You just tell us what you would spend money on. What do you need it for? And then on the 15th, we give out $15,000 to help people with car repairs or buying a car, anything to do with automobiles, transportation. So that's $15,000. Then on the 20th, we give out $20,000, and that's to help with rent, mortgage, utilities, so home stuff. And then it goes around the circle again. Then on the 30th of March, we'll give out 25 more computers. And we've been doing that like a year and a half. And it's probably one of the most things I'm proud of. Nobody really cares. Except the people that get our money, they're very appreciative. And there's a lot of people that don't even pick up the money. That's what really surprises me. I don't know if they're that rich. No, I think they're just that overwhelmed in life. That they forget what they've done or whatever. It's too bad. But That's the society we live in, and we're here to try to help each other. Our staff that helps me with this are the same way, and members help each other. We have members going live now, so members can see other members who already got money and how they tell you how they did it and all that, and that's what's wonderful, that people are able to share their heart with other people. And one of the reasons I did that, I want everybody to feel the joy of giving. Man, I am so happy with life right now, and I think because of that, I just get up and try to give every single minute of the day because it feels so good. It's very selfish. This is the most selfish thing I do every day. Sharing is caring. I need even help with rent. Okay, I think I covered that already, but you go to ncsha.org and you find your state. Then you go to your state, because the ncsha.org will give you the address and the phone number for your state program for rent. Now that's just one program. So if they not have the money you need, then you go to findhelp.org and you put in your zip code and you put in the name rent, and then you'll see 60, 70, 80, maybe 100 organizations where you live that help people pay their rent, okay? Somebody's saying they live on $600 a month. Well, you have to go to that findhelp.org and find out all the ways that you can get somebody else to pay your living expenses. So you can take that $600 and go to Vegas and hit it big. If you do that, man, I'll never talk to you. But maybe you want, if you have that little money. There's better things to do. Candy girl, candy bar. Well, that's so cute. Thank you, candy, candy, candy. Well, I canny not do. Is that, that's a little too tacky. I don't know what I said, but I gotta go. I'm exhausted. We're fighting Stripe. Stripe is the one we play, who processes our credit cards. And they just kicked us off their service. I can't find a reason why. They tell me some bullshit that's really legalese that says nothing. And I said, you have to show me why you don't like me so I could fix it. And it's a policy. Geez, it's just terrible. So we're scoring around because we have like a week to figure out, find another company to do that. And it's complicated. The industry is complicated. And we're sitting there with no money. So that's a big motivating factor, and for a long time. So, and we live on, most of it is recurring because this is a subscription service, $20 a month. You could buy a whole year for like half price, but basically it's $20 a month. And so that is really what we live on. Then we give out the other money for free, to people who need it. It turned out that way. I didn't design it that way. I just think of something I think is good to do it and see what happens. I don't do any long-range planning because for me, long-range planning may be too long. I'm not going to be here very long, so to speak. But thank you so much for what you do for me by giving such kind words and helping me in my life. My heart just opens every day more because I'm helping you, and that's the best thing I could do for me. And I hope it helps you a little too. But I'm really concerned about me. Thank you again, guys. Talk to you soon.